I try to get a few tests here into one video. Various jars of dihydrogen monoxide. We got 3 ppm measured distilled. We got 3-day-old 3 ppm measured distilled that's now 40 ppm. 350, which is tap water out of the well, and 1000, which is a jar full of gunk and rainwater that had been collecting outside that I found. And it's been sitting for a couple days, so it was probably different. So anyway, push pull through the tube amp here. Fire it up. You see we got a good step charge there. Could be better, but I'm using, I don't even know what this is. It's an old audio choke on that side. And then I have the one diode here on the one leg, and then the other, I have another diode here, opposite direction. So the scope is reading on the inside of, basically against the cell. So it's right on the cell. And here we see with the 10 ppm, what looks like just the single electrode mainly, but there is some coming off a small amount on the other one. So if I take this out, you see my waveform goes away. Now I'm going to put it in the 350 here, and we see that, whoops. You see that the waveform changed, but we still get something happening. So I could tune it around a little bit and kind of shape it back up in the 350 here. But now let's go to the 1000, and we see, oops, we see both electrodes being really active. This one on the right here is much more, but both are active. Okay, and then finally, in the 3 ppm that's not contaminated, oh, I'm short now. We see it off of one electrode mainly. Get them a little close together. Kind of helps. So that's the 3 ppm. 3 ppm waveform looks a lot better, obviously, but not as good as the 3-day-old 40 ppm here. But it's strange because it's not so much frequency dependent. I could pretty much go anywhere with the frequency, and you know, you still get some. So the diodes are making some net DC charge in that, whether it's a perhaps this beat frequency is what led the coin term fracking to be created from. It just seems that way. That's the sense you get from it, you know. Still getting not quite enough flatlined from the AND gate over there, the poor man's AND gate. But you see, these still seem to conduct pretty good. Back over here for a bit. I just measured these right before I recorded, so They were fairly accurate, but now they're probably fluctuating from moving these rods around. These are old aluminum welding rods that I stripped off most of the crap. But it's interesting how both electrodes do have a reaction, which, you know, one's obviously a lot stronger than the other in most cases. They seem pretty even in the 1000, but one's stronger than the other. But even in typical DC operations, one has a reaction, not the other. So it's interesting that they both have the reaction. Yeah, my pots are a little funky. So, I don't know. To be continued.